This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per talk.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination.
We just broke our 100,000 units sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka.
Okay, Top Tribe, this week's winner of the $100 is Jose Avila. He is a 17-year-old that doesn't want to go to college and he wants to start his own business. For your chance to win $100 just like Jose every Monday morning, simply subscribe to this podcast on iTunes right now and then text the word Nathan to 33444 to prove that you did it. Nathan Latka here. This is episode 610, and coming up tomorrow morning, you'll learn from Milton Chen. His company is called VC, which is helping 1,000 customers use video to transact information. He actually invented at Google and Facebook chat and WeChat and all these things, the de facto video sharing standard. Unbelievable interview, highly technical. Good morning, everybody. Nathan Latka here. Our guest today is Ryan Buckley. He's a serial entrepreneur and founder and CEO of Scripted.com and Toofr.com. He focuses on solving problems that marketers and business owners deal with on a daily basis. Ryan, are you ready to take us to the top?
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll focus mainly on Toofr today, but you're also running Scripted. Tell us quickly, what does Scripted do and what's the business model? How does it make money?
Yeah, so we're a marketplace that matches businesses with writers. We make money on a subscription fee. Businesses pay to access the platform, kind of like a Costco or a Sam's Club membership. And then you order writing jobs from our writers on top of that, and we take a small cut of that as well.
So it's kind of a SaaS marketplace, a SaaS model plus a transaction fee.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique hybrid model, marketplace revenue model mixed in with the SaaS revenue model.
That's a hot space. There's a lot of people looking for those kinds of companies.
Yeah. And content marketing is hot as ever. So we're in a nice position.
Have you raised capital for Scripted?
We've raised $15 million for Scripted.
And when did you launch the company?
2011.
Okay. So what was that, about 6-7 years ago? Well,
yeah.
What did you just sense an opportunity and you said, you know what, I'm going to go win this space? Or were you like a proficient writer and you loved writing?
We started in screenwriting software, oddly enough, and did that when I was in Los Angeles right after college. Met my co-founder, whose best friend was a screenwriter, and that's what got us into the writing business. What got us into content marketing marketplace is customers pulling us that direction. Mm-hmm. A lot more interest in getting blog posts written than in getting screenplays written. So we just followed the market into content marketing.
Yep. Okay. Makes good sense. Let's talk about Toofr. So did Toofr come before or after Scripted?
Toofr came before, actually. This was kind of in between the screenwriting software and Scripted. I took a job as basically an entry-level sales rep at another startup in San Francisco. And it was a very technical company. Actually, there was email data appending, and it was for various reasons, detail that doesn't really matter. It was very difficult to sell kind of all of a sudden. They basically got some cease and desist letters. So we in the sales team were like, shoot, what are we going to do? We needed to rapidly expand essentially our net. And we just started putting together these Python scripts to identify email addresses and put lists together, and started running drip campaigns before. It's kind of like in the early days of all of that.
What year?
This was 2011 as well, kind of late 2010, early 2011. We were using a software called Genius. I think Marketo was still a relatively new technology at that point. So it was Genius plugged into Marketo that would help us run drip campaigns. And then that was actually when I learned to program. The first language I learned was Python, and was using Python scripts to scrape websites and guess email addresses. And that became those Python scripts, although I've iterated on them dozens and dozens of times, and Toofr's not even in Python anymore. that was kind of the germ for that became Toofr.
And so how did you make sure that that intellectual property stayed with you versus the company you built it to help you sell in?
Yeah, well, a good question. I mean, that company is kind of morphed and like later on been acquired, and it wasn't core technology to that company. And I think like Toofr still is like vastly different than those original scripts were. So I don't know. They've never asked me about it.
How does it? What's the model? I mean, is this a SaaS model or pay as you go, or how does Toofr make money?
Toofr is a straight up SaaS model.
Okay, and on average, what are customers paying you per month?
Our ARPU right now is $180.
Okay, 180. And again, let's say this has been going what for 7 or 8 years now, right?
Yeah, I think I put the paywall up in 2013. Initially, so started doing like kind of learned the process while I was at this company called Rapleaf, and then really started to use it in the early days of scripted, and it worked really well. And my friends were like, shoot, how are you doing that? And just decided to put it up initially as a freebie for my friends, and also so that I could learn website development and how to build web apps. So I was just like doing the Python stuff. And then if your audience like knows anything about programming, like it's kind of this whole other field to integrate your Python scripts into a website. And I really wanted to learn that. So Toofr was kind of an exercise to learn web development.
Self-funded or have you raised capital?
Completely bootstrapped.
Totally bootstrapped. And is this just like, what's your team size?
Well, I have a part-time developer now on retainer in India.
Okay.
And
what's that?
That's
How much
it.
is that per month?
$1,500.
Oh, that's great. So, I mean, you've really managed to keep costs low.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just me and him. And that's because Toofr now has like multiple servers, and I still don't enjoy and can't really do what's called development ops, like DevOps, which is server maintenance. So he's really good at that.
Got it. Okay. And fast forward. So again, launched in 2010, you've got one employee, you've totally bootstrapped this yourself. How much, if you had to guess how much of your own money you've sunk into the business, into Toofr, how much would you guess?
Of my own money?
Yeah. Is it significant
none.
Or no?
I'd say no, it's none, zero.
You've just taken kind of cash flow from the business, and that's how you pay developers and all that jazz.
Yeah. Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
And how many customers are you serving today? Q1 2017?
About 100.
Okay, 100. So can I do the math? Can I just take 100
Yeah,
times
you can do the math. Yeah.
And so MRR is what, somewhere around 18 grand?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what is the, what talk to me in terms of other unit economics. So have you lost any customers? What's gross customer churn monthly?
Yeah. It still hovers around 10%.
Okay.
Last couple of months have actually been pretty good, like 6-7% range. Acquisition. So that 18 grand MRR has actually been relatively flat for the last year.
Okay.
So that's something that in my not so much free time, we just had a second daughter here at the Buckley household.
Congratulations. I remember that. That's exciting.
Yeah. Thank you. Time is not my friend these days. So I have not put like real thought and effort into getting that churn number down or increasing acquisition, because what Toofr gets right now is completely word of mouth, organic. I don't spend on AdWords. I don't really do anything.
If you had more time and resources, what does your gut tell you in terms of what would you do to try and drive that churn down and make the product stickier?
So I think when people leave, sometimes it is a quality problem, or they're going after either foreign or say non-US domains that I don't have as good coverage on, or I think they also just kind of get confused. Like you've identified some bugs, Nathan, which I do appreciate, and that can turn some people off. So I think just being more diligent on like getting better testing into the app, so we don't push bugs, and then continuing feature development, and also just better product marketing. I think often people, mostly because there isn't great help resources on Toofr, are either using it wrong because again, there's not great product marketing and not great support in the app itself. So improving that, I think, would reduce churn, as would being much more engaged on newsletters and my blog posts and social media and stuff. I just don't have the time right now to do that. And I'd really like for the community to get more active. There's like 16,000 people who have registered in Toofr's lifetime. Like I said, I got 100 active customers in any given month, but like 16,000 email addresses that are inbound. These are like real inbound emails.
Yeah, it's a tough space because like you have these companies like Hunter, Email Hunter, which like I think are great. Yeah. They're great marketers, but like the back end actual data is way weaker than say like a Full Contact or a Clearbit, which both of those things are like, or like you, which are less, don't be offended by this, but you're less sexy than Hunter, right? They put way more into design.
Completely.
So like, how do you think about like, is that exactly what it is? It's just, they're just sexier, even if the data quality is not as high. That's why they've grown so fast.
Well, Hunter kicks my ass in SEO. Yeah. And so that's also something that I'd be more on the acquisition side. But if I had the time, I would put more effort into that. They also, their design is really nice. I think they're actually, I've heard from people who have done ABCD testing in the market that their data is pretty good, but perhaps this was luck, or maybe just my system is actually better. Toofr's data results have in some cases shown better than Hunter's or Norbert's.
Yep.
And I think it's because they're just straight up mail server testing. And
you guess an email, they ping the server, they see if it's there, they give you a red or a green.
Basically, yeah. And Toofr has always been multiple sources, mail server being one, but then also tapping into various social media databases. And then over the last 5 years, I've been recording all of the email patterns that it's discovered. And now like that's kind of become a smarter and smarter and smarter system over the years, just because the data set just keeps getting larger. That's become a significant source of accuracy as well.
Got it. Well, Ryan, this is again, it's fun that you've kind of built this tool that's kind of only grown by word of mouth marketing, right? You're not doing any paid marketing each month, right?
No, nothing.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay, Top Tribe, I have to tell you, many people go, Nathan, you came out of nowhere. Your website's growing so fast. How'd you do it? The answer is simple. So I use HostGator. I don't know if you guys know that, but I use HostGator. And the reason I do, they have like about 4,500 free templates I can use because I don't code. They've got a great e-commerce plugin. And guys, I bug the heck out of their support. They've got 24/7 support, which I love. So what I've done is I've worked with them. You guys know I make great deals. If you go to HostGator.com/Nathan, you can sign up, get your own domain for 30% off and a 45-day money-back guarantee. Okay, again, I make great deals for you guys. Go to HostGator.com/Nathan to grab that now.
Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, man. Well, I just read Rework, so...
Jason Fried, right?
I'll leave it at that. Yeah, Fried and DHH. It's a great 2-hour read.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Yeah, Josh Pigford, CEO of Barometrics. Yep.
Number 3, yes or no? Or sorry, what is your favorite online tool, like Acuity scheduling?
HubSpot CRM now.
Free, right?
Yeah.
Number 4, yes or no? Do you get 8 hours of sleep every night?
No, but actually getting better and better.
Yeah, 2 little ones, right?
Second daughter is 2 months old and she's getting better.
And how old's the other one?
2 years.
Oh, wow, okay. And how old are you, Ryan?
I'm 34.
All right, so last question. Take us back 14 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
That I think I was kind of stressed about like maximizing time in my 20s, and I was also like very much looking forward to my early 30s, thinking that like, gosh, getting through my 20s, going to early 30s, that's when everything kind of coalesces, family, house, all of that. think I just tell myself not to stress so much about it and say yes as much as possible, because the pieces will kind of fall into place.
Guys, there you have it. Don't stress so much. Say yes. Go after things. From the founder of Scripted and Toofr. Toofr serving 100 customers at $180 ARPU for about 18 grand in monthly recurring revenue, about 10% gross customer churn per month. But again, he's not focused on it. No paid marketing. Team of one, so super lean operation. Again, helping you find emails that are more accurate and more efficiently. Ryan Buckley, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thanks, Nathan.
If you enjoyed Ryan today, go back and listen to Craig Fitzpatrick yesterday of PageCloud. They've raised $8.5 million and are helping over 8,500 paying small businesses drag and drop websites together. His low churn will amaze you. Top Tribe, I love giving away free money. I feel like Oprah giving away cars, and I have something special for you today. How many of you have heard our super sharp guests talk about success they've had with Facebook and Google ads? Well, all of you listening right now, yes, if you're listening, you get $100 in free AdWords. Here's how you get it, okay? Again, thanks for listening. Get the free $100 from Google, right, when you sign up with my website host provider, HostGator. Go sign up now to get your free money. HostGator.com/Nathan. Again, that's HostGator.com/Nathan. Okay, Top Tribe, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And don't forget, before you listen to any other episodes, subscribe on iTunes right now for your chance to win $100 every Monday.